let's play a game of association. Here's how it works. I say a word, and you say the first thing that comes to mind. Examples, Lamborghini, loud. GCCars, subscribe. Hotel, Trivago. Ready? 3, 2, 1, Buick. Now, how many of you had a positive word come to mind? Yeah. But what if I told you that Buick has just released their best car in the last 2 or 3 decades? Meet the Buick Envista. And while looks might be subjective, you can't deny that it has character. This Sportback subcompact SUV is Buick's new entry-level model. And no, it's not a revival of the 70s Buick with big V8s and plenty of muscle. However, it does have
a whopping 1.2 liter 3-cylinder. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Buick Envista might not be the hero that we're looking for, but it might just be the hero we need. With the economy looking as shaky as it does, people are tightening up their budgets, and that's translating to an explosion in sales in this subcompact SUV segment.
The issue is, you can sum up most subcompact SUVs in the market in one word: garbage. They're supposed to deliver value, but in the real world, most deliver compromised, unrefined experience at a price point that is way too close to mid-trim compact SUVs. I mean, why would you get a $42,000 Hyundai Kona when a Tucson is only $45,000? And that's where the Envista comes in. Clocking in aspect at less than $33,000.
Maple dollar, that is.
Yeah, that's about $7,000 to $10,000 less than most competitors. So where's the catch, Jesse?
Certainly not in this interior. Starting with the materials, I mean, everything here is very nice, and of course, you're going to expect some hard plastics up here. Yeah. It's not a luxury subcompact.
Exactly, but all the materials you actually do end up touching for the most part are nice. I love the blue contrast stitching.
Yeah, on the seats as well, and speaking of the seats, they're really comfortable.
Yeah, some of the most comfortable seats in subcompact SUVs I think I've been in. We have heated seats as well, just like we have a heated steering wheel.
And the leather wraps, it feels nice.
Yeah, it's good. Which gets us to the gauge cluster. It's not super customizable. It's very basic, but it has all the features you need. It is fully digital, just like our infotainment, which is, well, obviously fully digital, but Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, wireless support. Sirius XM is also included.
Wireless charger.
Which is nice. The only thing I have to complain about the infotainment, really the only minor thing, is that if I'm in my Sirius XM, for example, or my audio, and I want to go to the phone projection, I have to go home and then tap on Android Auto in this example. So I can't have it as a favorite on the left-hand side. Not a deal breaker at all, though.
Maybe even something they can do in a software update.
Yeah, maybe that. And yes, okay, so there are some things you do miss out on compared to a car that is $8,000 more. Like, we don't have ventilated seats.
Not a deal breaker for me.
You don't have an auto-dimming mirror. You have to go through all the effort to switch it manually. Just like with your sunshade, which is like, oh no, I hope you can do that.
God forbid.
Yeah, right? And despite this being a subcompact SUV, you also have a lot of space. The trunk, it's a Sportback. Yes, there's bigger items might not fit as well, but we get 20.7 cubic feet of space with a second row up, second row down, 42.
It's more than a Porsche Macan.
That's actually funny. Okay, that's actually funny.
Right?
And speaking of space, rear seat experience?
Super spacious. First of all, the seating experience is actually pretty comfortable back there.
Yeah.
You've got no cup holder, which for me, I'd rather them charge like $300 more and give us a cup holder.
Yeah, that's a little like, no, you can't pull it down in the middle.
But we do have USB-C and USB-A back there, unlike some other luxury cars that don't give us anything.
Yeah, and even a fifth passenger can sit pretty comfortable because, and this might be the only catch there's no drive shaft. This is front wheel drive only. But why don't we talk about this out on the road? All right, now out on the road, we swapped seats and there's no sport mode. So we're just gonna brake torque. Oh, we spin the wheels. That's
good
fun,
torque, actually. To be honest, I had a little more torque than I was expecting, but
yeah, I mean, now it falls.
And
now
it's
it
gone.
falls off.
And it's gone.
But I mean, city speeds, 100% doable.
Oh yeah,
100% doable. So yeah, we talked about it having a 1.2 liter 3-banger, which is
it doesn't bang, but it tries to.
Yeah. So we got 137 horsepower, 162 pound-feet of torque. Not a lot on paper.
It's enough to get you to highway speeds.
Yes, exactly. And as you see, like at lower speeds, it actually works pretty well. We have a 6-speed auto, which usually I would complain about because, like, you know, that doesn't get you all you don't have the gear ratios to work with, but you still get the acceleration and our fuel economy. And this is amazing. Like right now, after idling and all that, we're sitting at 7.8, but I saw this just regular driving, mixed highway and city at about 7.4.
Really good.
Way below anything we've seen. I mean, what was the Encore with the 1.3
liter?
liter?
It wasn't good. It was like 12. It was like
it was really bad.
bad.
It was really bad, and that's most subcompact SUVs. We get terrible. Their engines work so hard that they get terrible fuel economy. Okay, now we go on like country speeds.
It's enough to get you onto the highway. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like you want to, you're good.
Yeah. And honestly, what I like about this engine, not that I really like a 3-cylinder, but unlike other 3-cylinders, like it doesn't transfer into the cabin. It's not everything's rattly. You don't really hear it working too much. It's quite nice.
Time for our handling test.
See what it does. Of course, once again, no sport mode.
Ooh.
Follow me out. Yes!
Hey!
Unlimited power!
This thing's track ready.
It's
Kidding.
track ready. Oh, that's fun. Okay.
That is the hardest anyone will ever drive a Buick Envista, ever.
Oh yeah, we just set the world record right
That's
here.
it.
We can mail us the certificate, Guinness or whoever it is. Before we talk about daily driving, should we swap seats?
Yeah, let's swap. Again, one more thing to note in swapping seats here is we don't have memory seats. Not a deal breaker.
Yeah. At least yours are electronic, mine are manual.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't. There's a few compromises, but it's okay. What do we think about the ride and the noise, though?
So suspension is totally satisfactory.
Yes.
There's nothing that I'm going to complain about here with the suspension. It's not overly bumpy. And noise on the highway today, it's honestly above average when it comes to noise insulation.
Yeah, I think this might be the one of the, if not the best, both riding and quietest, like regular subcompact SUVs, only tied with one other car, the Chevy Trax, which...
The best car ever made.
Yeah, surprise, surprise, this is a Chevy Trax. Which usually, if you say like this is also a small Chevy SUV, that wouldn't be a good thing.
Right.
Except for the Trax, which literally won our car of the year last year and value of the year because it was just so damn good. Like this is actually extremely refined. Like it's still a subcompact SUV, yes, but it is more akin to regular compact SUVs, I would say, in terms of its refinement, far above anything a Kona offers, a Seltos.
I don't hate these brakes. Sorry to
No,
interrupt
go
you
for
there.
it.
I don't hate the brakes.
Yeah, no, it's like it's just very confidently knows what it is. This
Yeah.
this Envista, which I really like. Lastly, tech-wise, we have blind spot monitoring. We have our little not HUD. We both thought it was a HUD. At
I thought
first.
this was a HUD. What is it?
So it's the there's the lights for our emergency braking. So it's the warning lights, the red like beep 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 beep.
I'm not a fan of it because it reflects into the mirror.
A little
It's just
bit,
kind
yeah.
of an unnecessary distraction,
Yeah, I got used to it, but I see where you're coming from. And we have adaptive cruise control,
which is pretty awesome.
which is really nice. No like lane centering, but whatever. Adaptive cruise control, that's what you need. Which leaves us with the conclusion.
I mean, you wrap all of these things up into a package, and it's a pretty positive package.
Yeah, it's really good. And like we said, this is $32,700 Canadian, which is, this is the mid-trim ST. Yes, you can go for the Avenir, which has like a slight bunch more features for I think $1,500 more Canadian. I think I'm fine with the ST. You can go also with the Trax, which is the same car, tiny bit cheaper, like a grand cheaper maybe. And yeah, these are, I stand by my point that I made in the Trax review. These are the only subcompact SUVs that actually make sense.
100%.
Because you save money, they're fuel efficient, you still have plenty of space. Yes, we don't have all-wheel drive, but if you live somewhere where you actually need all-wheel drive, and that is outside of an urban center, why are you looking at subcompact SUVs anyway? I don't think they're the cars for you.
I mean, in general, you could almost make the argument, why are you looking at a subcompact SUV at all?
Yeah.
But that's a separate argument. If you are, for some reason,
Yes.
these make sense. This and the Trax both make sense.
Yeah, it really decide which one you like more from the exterior looks, because that's really the main difference.
I like this one from the exterior, personally.
I like both. I think this is more cohesive.
Yeah.
I do prefer to drive a Chevy though.
I
over the
think
Buick.
their biggest barrier is going to be their brand power because almost nobody wants to drive a Buick.
Yeah.
And it's going to take them years to get over that hump.
Hopefully this is step one.
This is step one. They need to make like a like an Elantra type of car, like a key mark.
Put a V8 in this. Let's go Buick. But let us know in the comments which one you prefer. Would you go Trax or Envista? And otherwise, forget the subcompact SUV, skip all of them. And if you need more capability, more space, just go for compact SUVs because there's plenty of good ones around there.
Yep.
Agreed?
That's a good conclusion. I agree.
All right, and that is the Buick Envista. Thank you for watching this video on GC Cars. Pure testosterone!
Oh! What the is this piece of shit?
If you guys like the video, don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe.
Should I just drive into a tree now, or?
And we'll see you next Friday at 8:15 a.m. Eastern for a whole lot more fun. Bye-bye!